Welcome back to Kicking It Back. Today is Monday, September 20th. Browns got to win. Let's think positives. Let's go right at them. Browns got to win.
Yeah. I mean, Victory Mondays, baby.
Victory Mondays in both NFL Cleveland Browns football and NFL fantasy football this week for me.
Yeah, not so much me. I don't know how that happens, but oh well. You beat me. Yes. I'll give it to you. Whatever.
No, I don't know if I won or if like your team just lost because both our teams are miserable.
I agree. I think I just lost. I don't even think you won.
Nope. I went into Sunday night. I don't know how many I was losing, not by much, but losing. But you had Tyreek Hill, one of your best players.
Yeah.
And I had my kicker.
Yep.
And somehow, some way, I win. That's just how fantasy football works.
I literally said the whole day, I'm like, all right, going into Sunday Night Football, if I'm beating Jarrett, I win. Nope. Yeah. Wasn't the case. Didn't happen like that.
It's all luck. Whatever. My team, like I was telling the guys, I'm like, my team's we're not going to the playoffs. We're not going to be out. I'm not going to win it all. But you know what? I'm like, I just got to try to beat the other bad teams in the league and just kind of mesh in the middle.
Yep. God, why am I so bad every year? Whatever. I don't even care. Oh, well.
I mean, there's some strategy behind it, but it's a lot of luck. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like Zach's team last year was unbelievable. I won, but like, was I the best team? You know what I mean? There was 3 teams better than mine probably, but
right.
It's all luck.
All
relative.
Yeah. What you got going on this week?
Dude, not much. I just have an exam. Exams are starting to roll up.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously, you're coming down. A little birthday action.
Yep. I'll be down Thursday.
Yeah. So my exam's Thursday. I got to take it anywhere from 12 to 12. So
love it.
Take it in the afternoon, get it over with. And I have another exam the following week and then a 1-2 at weekend, 2 weeks after that. And
I got my first accounting exam on this 2 days, Wednesday.
Good luck with that, man. I can only imagine.
Honestly, this isn't the accounting I'm worried about. Cost accounting is what I'm worried about. This information system class. It's going to be tough. Yeah. But I just realized it's only half semester, this one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm like, I've done 2 quizzes. I have this exam, 2 more quizzes, and my final.
Okay.
Only grades in the class. You know how he works.
Yeah, that's short, man. That's really short.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm halfway done with the class on Wednesday.
Yeah. That's sweet. Good for you.
Yeah, can't complain.
Keep chipping away. Yeah, we had some fun last week. What was that, Saturday? Oh boy, was I don't know where it went wrong, but it went wrong somewhere for me.
I mean, I don't know if it went wrong. You were having a good time.
So I was told I had a good time.
That's always a good one.
When I wake up on Sunday, so I woke up on Sunday, right? And I always go work out. All right. I have a strategy. If anyone's listening from Ohio State, don't steal my thunder here. All right. This is my move. Wake up. I chill out for the Sunday morning. Okay. 9:50 rolls around. The gyms don't open till 10. I walk on over to North Rec. It's right by my house. It's like a 10-minute walk. Get there right as they open at 10. I go up to the 3rd floor. Okay. Then I do cardio, abs, maybe a little bit of arms. I'm in there for an hour. I had the whole floor to myself. No one ever goes in. It's like beautiful. It's the best Sunday morning. So I woke up a little late Sunday, had a slower start Saturday. I look at my phone. It's 9:55. I'm like, oh boy, I got to get moving. I stood up and I was like, nope, that ain't happening. So needless to say, I finally got going to the gym around 11:30-ish. And if anyone was on campus at that time walking to North Rec, you probably saw me puking in the courtyard. So
oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, so college. I was a little nauseous, a little morning sickness.
Yeah. What are you, pregnant?
Exactly. I am pregnant. Still waiting on the confirmation, but I am expecting.
Yeah. That'll probably be me Saturday.
Oh, dude, it was brutal, man. Like, I was one of those where you're like, I'm never drinking again.
Yeah. Well, you say that every time. You literally text us that every time you get fucked up.
Listen. I'm never drinking again.
All right.
See you Friday.
Yeah. See you Friday.
Dude, we were watching football yesterday, and on one of the TVs, the movie. Have you seen the movie Vacation?
I don't think so.
It's like it's a remake of like the National Lampoon's Vacation, but it's like a modern one. And they like go to like this amusement park. Dude, you gotta watch this movie. We were like in tears. Like, I've seen it before. Yeah. Madeline's dad like made me watch the one time. He's like, oh, you got to watch it unedited. It's hilarious. We watch. It's so funny. But like especially when you're watching it with like Pat, Cam, like all these, Zach, all these idiots that are just, giggling. Sunday Night Football is coming down to the wire and we have the sound off on the football game and we're watching a freaking movie up top. It was terrific.
That's great. I love that.
But yeah, dude, you got to check out that movie. I was just thinking about that because Pat went home and ended up rewatching the whole thing because he wanted to watch the unedited version. So good.
That is such a Pat move.
It's so funny, dude. It's so funny. Oh, man.
That's great.
All right. Well, you got anything going on other than your exam coming down?
Honestly,
anything?
No, not really.
Anything exciting this past weekend?
No. I caddied Thursday through Sunday. Made some money. That's about it.
That's good. I'm jealous.
Yeah, no, it was good. There were some pretty good loops.
Nice.
But, yeah. Other than that, nothing crazy. Just chilling.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I did hit on a sneakers draw.
That's cool.
I think I sent that. I'm excited. Yeah. I really wanted this pair. Never does that really happen. You get the pair you actually want.
Yep.
So yeah.
That's good.
No chance they're a sell. No way.
No,
they just can't be. They'd look too good on my foot.
Oh, Jared.
I have another pair that I'm gonna sell that is sitting right here. But like this pair, I got them. I'm like, no, these will be worn by this weekend. Like these are a nice looking pair.
It's fair.
We friended some guys on the Ohio State volleyball team this week, dude. The one kid is 6'11".
Oh my God.
I was a little drunk, not like obnoxious drunk. Like I was just, talkative as always. And I walked into this kid and like, never does it really happen where Zach looks at a kid and like goes, holy crap, you're tall. Right. Yeah. Like that doesn't happen too often. So like Zach was saying, and I'm like, holy, because, I'm 5'9". Like this guy is literally a foot and some change on me. Like, and this guy, like, I'm just like, holy cow, like he is massive, but like, he wasn't like the heaviest guy. Like he was kind of skinnier, but like he was just really tall. So I was like, oh my God, how tall are you? And he goes, 6'11". I go, you're a liar. And he goes, what do you mean? I go, why in the world would you not say either 7 foot or 6'10"? It's like saying you're 5'11". Like 5'11" guys don't exist. I think Cam made the comment one time when we were watching football or something. Like someone's 5'11", they're 6 foot or they're 5'10". Like because people who are 5'10" will say that, you know what I mean? Like there's no such thing as a 5'11" guy.
Right.
This guy said he was 6'11". I'm like, oh my God, like just say you're 7 foot, man.
Dude, that is crazy.
He was huge. And like there was a bunch of them, but like he was just really tall.
That's
I was
awesome.
like, this dude's vertical is probably 2 feet, 3 feet too. Like it's still probably big for his height. Like he's probably getting up.
Yeah. He's probably really good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know much about it.
Yeah.
Madeline's uncle was like holds a bunch of records at Ohio State, I think still. So for volleyball, he was really good. Yeah. So I was like, hey, I think I know someone, and they didn't know who it was. So they're like, hey, we'll look into it.
Huh.
Gotcha.
Hopefully you see those guys again.
Yeah. I mean, probably not.
Yeah, probably not. But
we always friend we go to Tuna and then we always friend some sort of athletes. Like the one time it was the baseball team was all there. So we were just like talking with them. This time it was the guys volleyball team.
Yeah. Why is that like the spot?
Ugly hour 7 to 10.
Yeah, I know. But like for athletes,
dollar drinks. I don't know. It's just cheap. It's everyone's spot. Dude, the line to get in was absurd. We had to we didn't cut, but we cut.
Yeah.
So we needed to find, luckily we ran into my cousin. So that got us like halfway through the line. Then Matt kind of walked up and acted like he was tying a shoe. I walked up with him. Next thing you know, I'm talking with the guys volleyball team. That's how we met him, was in line. So yeah, I mean, they were huge, man.
Wow.
I'm not the tallest crayon in the box, but these guys were big.
Yeah. That's kind of cool. You don't see too many of those guys.
No, not at all. All right. Well, we got a good episode today, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Maddie's sweet.
No, yeah, that whole episode, like everything about it's just really sweet. I mean, obviously we'll let people listen for themselves, but I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah. Yeah. It was cool to, I know we've had a couple girls on, but I always like having females on because it's like a little change of pace. Because I always feel like we have the majority of guys on.
Yeah. I mean, without a doubt, that's just because like one, we are dudes and like obviously we just hang out with more dudes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not like, but this was cool too. Cause like, it's something that we obviously have seen from afar, but we haven't like actually been able to like ask questions, kind of pick brain a little bit. So like that was pretty cool. I really enjoyed this one.
Yep. I totally agree.
All right. Totally agree. Let's welcome her on.
Yeah, let's do it.
We are now welcoming onto the show one of our childhood friends and a unique type of entrepreneur, Maddie Hildebrand. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you for having me on this podcast.
Of course. What's up? How are you?
I'm good. College has been a lot, especially, like being back in person, but I'm good.
For sure.
Vibing.
For sure. So tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about yourself. Where'd you start? What high school did you go to? Tell
Yeah.
us your route, kind of.
Yeah, I went to Brunswick High School with these two, and then went to Ohio State Mansfield for a year and then transferred to the main campus. And in between those two, like transferring from Mansfield to Columbus, this is where my business kind of came about. I had a ton of clothes, as most girls do, and I would take them to Plato's Closet, places like that, and they give you like $2 for a shirt. And I'm like, okay, this is not worth it. I'm taking my time to go through everything, fold it, put it together, probably bought it for upwards of $25, $30, and they're giving me two. So I'm like, okay, why don't I start an Instagram account and just see how that goes? Not expecting it to blow up whatsoever. And now 2 years ago in July, I started it, and now I'm at 10,200 followers. So kind of my side hustle.
Wow. That's awesome. Side hustle. That kind of sounds like a main hustle right now, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, dude, that's sick.
It's just, I love shopping. So it's like the perfect job, I guess. I get to shop for other people.
Yeah.
So yeah. It's been great.
So when did you take the next steps? So you said you started with just your clothes. Do you still, are you still right now? Is it just your clothes, or are you to the point where you're going out kind of finding things and flipping them at a point?
Right. So it was the first few months that it was my clothes. And then I got to a point where I'm like, all right, I'm running out of my clothes. I don't want to sell some of the stuff I have. So that's when I would go to like Goodwill, Plato's Closet, places like that. For times that it is like harder to go out and thrift, like at school, for example, I will just like go through my closet once again and like see if there's anything I'll give up. But for the most part, I try to go out and thrift because I know there's cool stuff that I could find out there that's like could be rare or could be unique and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is sweet.
So like when you say you go out and thrifting, are there certain times of the year that are better to go thrifting?
So it's definitely the different styles. So summer is more tank top, shorts, things like that. And obviously that's popular during the summertime versus if you were to buy sweaters during the summertime. But yeah, it kind of just depends for what people are looking for. But it's also hard because there's people on other sides of the country where it's still hot out when it's cold here for us. So it's kind of finding that in between of, okay, how many of my followers are from California and how many are from like Ohio, New York, the like colder states. So yeah, it kind of just depends.
That's so interesting. The demographic part of it, I guess.
Yeah.
So at what point you started the Instagram page? You said you started just to sell some of your clothes. At what point did you say, well, I might be able to actually keep doing this, to the next level? You know what I mean? Where 10,000 plus people are following me and maybe interested in buying my stuff. They're bidding on stuff. They're competing with each other. When did that like turning point happen?
Yeah, I think because it started mostly with people like from Brunswick, Strongsville, Medina, those people kind of buying. And that's what I kind of expected. I didn't really expect to be shipping to like Hawaii or somewhere like that. So I think once I started getting people from like across the country and even like out of the country to buy, I was like, wow, okay. So people like what I'm doing. Like, I think I can keep this going. So that's kind of crazy.
So how fast did the Instagram grow? Like going back to when you first started, like, was it like really slow at first, like a couple hundred followers, or did you kind of like blow up really quick?
So it was kind of slow at first. And I always tell people when they want to start a business like that, you have to like just take your time because sales aren't just going to flow in right away. It was definitely slow at first, but then all of a sudden, like it just kept gaining traction. And especially during like quarantine and things like that, people were bored. So they were online shopping more. Therefore, like I was getting the most sales during then. But now also because of quarantine, so many people started accounts because they wanted to get rid of their stuff and make money. So that now it's a little bit harder to grow, I would say, just because there is like thousands of accounts rather than when I started, there weren't as many.
For sure.
That's so you're one of the rare occurrences where COVID almost helped you in a way. Now, I'm not going to say fully, there could have been some other things, but it helped your business at the time.
Yeah, it definitely helped sales wise. The only thing that kind of like didn't help me out was that stores were closing. So like thrift stores were closed, Goodwill was closed, all that. But there were a few like Plato's Closets that would open online. So that kind of helped me. And then like Mercari, Poshmark, places like that where I could online thrift. But then also that's more expensive, you know, spending money on shipping and stuff like that rather than just finding it in the store. So that was the only downfall, I would say, during that time period, for sure.
Interesting. That's really interesting. Yeah. So I want to also like ask you a question. So say if, you know, maybe not myself, because you are targeted more towards a female audience or someone that, you know, likes to kind of, you know, just like dressier, you know, more apparel. Would you be open? Because you kind of said a lot of people started their own pages. Well, like you just said, yours page started really slow. So would you be interested in maybe like, you know, if someone approached you and was like, hey, I have all this clothes, you know, I want to sell it. How about, you know, a certain percentage? Is that something you're interested in, or are you trying to keep it just yourself right now, you know, worry about your, you know, your buys and your sells?
Right. So I actually do something like that. It's what we call commissions. So last year when I didn't have a car on campus last year, so I couldn't just go and thrift whenever I wanted. So basically I would have people send pictures or videos of whatever clothes they have. And then if I liked them, think they would sell well, they would ship them to me. And then I would post them for them. And if they sold, they would get 40% of profit and I would get 60% after shipping costs. So that helps a lot because I'm not spending money on it. It's just like direct profit, not 100%, but it's still pretty good. It's easier on me.
Businesswoman. I love it. That's sick.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So when you are thrifting, okay, let's say summertime, you have a car all the time. How many hours a week are you spending actually shopping?
So I don't go thrifting a lot. I usually go like once or twice a week, but I will spend like an hour or two in each store. So like an hour in Plato's Closet, 2 hours in like Goodwill because it's such a huge store. And once you find one good thing, like for me personally, I just like want to keep digging because there could be stuff placed in random racks or like just things people hide. So I just feel like you always have to go through every single rack to find like the good stuff. So not a lot of times per week, but more hours per store, I would say.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Have there ever been times where like you'll decide, okay, today I'm going to go thrifting and like you totally strike out? Or do you always find something?
Yeah. So when I do go thrifting at home, I do Plato's and Goodwill. Those are like the two that I go to. They're close. I usually have good luck. So I'll start at one, whichever one I'm feeling, you know, to go first. And if that one's bad, like say I go to Goodwill first, find nothing, I'm like, okay, I have to redeem myself. I have to like do better. So then I will just go to the next store. And if there's nothing there, I'll go to like maybe one more and hopefully try to find something there. But there's definitely been times where I go through and there's just nothing popping out at me. So that kind of sucks. And then just have to wait for more stuff to come in, I guess. So
for sure. Now, can I ask, what's your major at The Ohio State University?
At The Ohio State University, my major is interior design.
Okay. So it's interior design. So what's cool about this story, you know, you're your own form of entrepreneur, and it's a form of entrepreneurship that probably, you know, some of like the older audience isn't used to. You know, it's kind of an our generation, I'd say, thing where you're using literally a social media platform and you literally grew a business from 0 to 10,000 plus customers, you know, and you're selling things left and right. That's what I think is the coolest thing about entrepreneurship, that, you know, interior design, and you're selling clothes on Instagram too. You know what I mean? Like entrepreneurship comes in all different ways. So I think that's really cool, you know, for someone listening to kind of hear that and be like, you know, just because you're studying finance or just because you're studying interior design doesn't mean you have to full time do that. There's other things, you know what I mean? You could do stuff on the side that, you know, makes you happy and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's really cool about what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, when I started interior design, I'm like, oh, I want to design houses, hotels, whatever. But now thinking about clothing wise, like there's the opportunity to design for retail spaces now that I've like been around it a lot. So that's also interesting how I like had an impact on my possible future, I guess.
Yeah, I was definitely going to say, has your like future plans kind of changed a little bit since you've gotten into thrifting at all, or pretty much the same?
Yeah, I would say pretty much the same. It definitely has been on my mind to like a goal of mine would be to open a store
Mm-hmm.
of kinds, like a resale shop. That would be like my Instagram page, but just in real life. So that would be like really cool how things change over time. That would be a goal. And then I can design it. So
Yeah.
that would all be great.
Yeah, for sure. How long did it take you to learn like which brands sell better? Or like did you know that going in just from like over the years of like wearing designer clothes or like,
Right.
things like that?
Yeah, I mean, there were a few pages that I already followed prior, like accounts that I have become friends with and stuff that I would buy before I made a page, which also kind of influenced why I made it. Um, and I kind of watched how they did it, and I knew like, brands like Lululemon,
Right.
place stores like that where it's like everybody wants it, but it's like crazy expensive.
Yeah.
So I thought if I could find that and just charge like a little less than retail, people would be all over it. And I find it for super cheap. So it's like a win-win for everybody.
Yeah. Is it hard when you're like thrifting, okay, and you find, I don't know, like let's say a Lululemon leggings or something that are your size, and you're like, ooh, I kind of want to keep these. Is it like tough to fight that urge to keep it?
Oh my God. That is something that happens like every single time I go thrifting. I find at least like two or three things where I'm like, okay, I will hold on to these for a little bit, maybe wear it like one time to go out, and then I'll sell it. I can at least get like some use out of it. But I've
That's
definitely
awesome.
kept a lot of stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's nice I could get my use out of it, and then I know someone else will still want it, So
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
definitely a pro of doing this for sure.
That's what blows my mind about girls kind of in a way too, because they wear something one time and then it's like you can't wear it again, or you can't wear it for
Yeah.
a decent amount. You know what I mean? Like once
Oh my
per
God.
summer, you can wear a top.
You gotta hide it in the closet, bring it back out
Yes.
different year.
Exactly. Or you got to mix match it with a different kind of outfit. Where guys, this shirt, I think I've worn this shirt 5 times in the last month.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah.
Exactly.
I have 30 t-shirts, but I probably wear 6 of them on repeat.
Exactly.
Right.
They wash and you go right back into them.
Yeah.
So now that kind of
Yeah.
leads me into, we said your target market's more of like the female audience, which is respect. Like we kind of just said, it makes sense. Do you think something like this could work for a male, like, Preston or I, that, maybe has some clothes? We obviously could sell them, like, the Instagram page, or do you think like the female audience is the more attractive to the Instagram route?
Yeah, I obviously follow more of female Instagram accounts. I've seen a few guy accounts, but I personally think they do better on another app as far as like Depop, Poshmark, Mercari. Just in my opinion, I don't think guys are more into it as girls are. That could be wrong, but if I post, I have people like turning on countdowns, like waiting like for things to be posted. I don't know if guys want to be sitting on Instagram like waiting for an item to be dropped. So
For sure.
that's kind of how I think
Unless
of it.
it's the
But
kicking it back merch. But
yes, then people do that.
right.
Yeah. Then it doesn't matter what gender you are, you're waiting.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny. And I also like how you said with the clothes, how you'll find stuff that, you end up liking, you'll wear it. I'm the same way. I'm a sneaker guy. I mean, I've said this multiple times, but I'll I get people like Preston, my parents. So it doesn't matter who. So there'll be sneaker drops and we'll get one. All right. I actually just won one yesterday. So like the thing is, you're like, all right, yeah, I bought them for $150. I'm going to resell them for this. There's no chance I'm going to resell them. I promise you, I'm going to be like, all right. And with sneakers too, if you wear them once, like that, the value, it's like a car. Once you take it off the lot, they're gone. So like you being able to wear your stuff once or twice and still be able to get those profits, I think is awesome about that kind of business.
Right. Because with shoes, you wear it once and they already look worn, dirty.
Exactly. Yeah.
Clothes, it's just the same thing. They bought it when it was used. It's used one more time, and then
For sure.
still good.
So is there a certain amount of profit that you try to make on certain things, like leggings? Like let's say you're okay, Lululemon. Is there a certain like profit that you're trying to make on those, or is it just like whatever it sells at, it sells at?
Yeah, it definitely depends on the brand. So say like you said, Lululemon leggings, I will have the starting bid, so like the minimum of what I would be fine selling it as if it was just to have one bid. So I'll start those at like 25 or 30, depending on the brand, or not the brand, the quality of them. But definitely depends on the brand. If I'm fine with selling it at 25 and that was the only bid I got, then I'll start it there. But I wouldn't start it lower than I would like to sell it for, if that makes sense.
Right.
So, and then have the buy it now price be like what I would like to get it for, but
Yeah. That's what you call bin, right?
yes, bin
Okay.
is buy it now.
Yeah, I was looking
So
at your
just
page and I'm like, what the fuck is bin? I'm like, what does that
so,
mean? And then I'm like, oh, okay. That makes sense now.
yeah, so it just skips the whole bidding process. You don't have to worry about getting outbid or anything. And then
Yeah.
so
That's funny.
Does the competition get feisty on your page?
sometimes like I'll post something if it's like very like everybody wants it. I'll refresh and just see like the same bid like milliseconds apart. I'm like, how am I supposed to choose like who got this first? So that sometimes it's hard to tell. And then people get mad saying like, oh, I bid first, whatever. But
Sucks.
yeah,
Kick rocks.
yeah.
Is there some favoritism? So like say if like one of your good friends wants something and like they're bidding and maybe like, okay, so like say if Preston and I are bidding on something, okay. We'll say for this situation, you don't know Preston, but you kind of know me. I'm offering you $43. Preston's offering you $47.50. All right. We're just kind of making up some numbers. Are you cutting deals for some friends or are you going with the highest? It doesn't matter who you are. You're paying, I want the most money I can make.
I don't like favorite friends. I don't like give them any deals. I just kind of have it as like, it's my business. I want you to support me. So no, I usually don't like favorite anybody. I keep it real.
I love that. Keep it real. Love
yeah.
it.
I mean,
Definitely.
I see so many people post how, like, oh, do I get the family discount, whatever. But I would just rather have the support rather than they should want to support you and not get all this money off. I don't know. That might be an unpopular opinion, but that's how I feel about that.
No, I totally agree with you on that. Like totally would rather just the support and see us grow rather than like, want discounts and stuff.
Yeah,
exactly.
And then you said with the growing too, I thought was pretty cool about how like you never thought you'd be shipping, stuff, across borders of states, country to country, all that stuff. That stuff's cool with us too, because we can track, where our listening and, viewership comes from. So it was cool. Actually, the first time that was one of the first things we said. We were, getting views in, Colorado and all these random places. We didn't know how they were finding us. But like when those views kind of become consistent, it actually gets more fun because it's like, man, I'm kind of reaching like demographics I didn't expect to be, reaching. So that I see what you're saying with that. I think it's a very cool feeling.
Yes, definitely. I definitely didn't expect it to reach outside of Ohio. So now that it's like I have on my shipping account, so I ship through it's called Pirate Ship. It kind of like it's cheaper than going to post office or whatever.
Yeah.
And it keeps track of how many times you've shipped, how much you've spent overall. And there's a map that shows everywhere you've shipped to. So I think I've almost done every state that I've shipped to. So that's crazy, but that's like, just like keeps the inspiration going, like I just sort of.
For sure.
Wow. That's
moving.
Crazy. So
yeah,
I kind of have a question. I always ask this to people who have kind of big Instagram accounts and it's for selfish reasons, honestly. How do you grow your account? Is it by chance or do you have a method to growing it?
Do you mean like
gaining followers?
Growing it now? Yeah. So like I said, it's gotten kind of harder, especially after hitting, the big milestone of 10K. I have noticed it's gotten harder. And for thrift accounts, I think the main way is hosting like a giveaway where one of the rules, like you have to follow us, whatever, and then doing that with other accounts and their followers might not follow you. So that's like the main way. And then people do like shout outs for each other and stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely gotten harder. But I think if you just keep posting consistently, that's a big thing. And just knowing what people want to see. So yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. Do you see yourself stopping anytime soon? Or is this something that you're going to keep doing even after school?
I don't know. That's a tough question. I go back and forth because I love it. It's fun. Like it's a great side hustle. I'm just wondering, time is a big thing with it, like having to take hours out of your day to go thrifting and then take pictures, post, come up with captions, all that stuff. So I would like to, it's just, I guess, the fact of if I'm too busy or not, but I would love to.
Yeah. Sorry, Jared. How long does it take you to like try on the clothes? We talked about the shopping part, but like, I feel like changing in and out of clothes all the time is going to take you a while.
Yeah, and finding like the good background to take pictures for, and if it's not sunny out, it's hard to get good lighting, but it takes like over an hour, I would say, because then if you have just a shirt, you have to find bottoms to wear for the picture and like make things look good so that people want to buy it. So Taking pictures is definitely a big part of it. I think if you don't try and just take a picture around the hanger, it has way less chances of selling than if you style it and make a good background and stuff like that. So aesthetics is definitely a big part of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's cool. And I'm back on your point of, you didn't know if you'd have the time, you want to keep doing it. I know it's a little off topic, but we went to the casino and Cameron McClellan made a comment, and I feel like it kind of relates to a lot of things in life where like we were at the casino and we weren't up money, but we were up money. And he was like, as long as they're going to pay me to be here, I'm going to keep staying here. So I feel like it's one of those things where if like you're still making money and, you could put, not, I'm not gonna say minimal effort, but, you could fit it in your time schedule, maybe even if it's just a little less than what you're already doing. I feel like it's worth kind of continuing the route, but, also that's your judgment too with it.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be losing money by still doing it. So I guess that's a good point. If it's helping a little bit, buying like groceries for the week or whatever, it's might as well,
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure. What if someone approached you and said, hey, I want to buy your thrifting page? How much would you charge for that? Or do you not know? Totally okay if you don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting because I just saw an account do that, like posting their story. I'm selling this account, like place your bids here, minimum bid like $200. And she had like upwards of 11K. She had more than I did. And I saw it ended up selling for like $550.
Wow.
So I've never even like contemplated that, but it's kind of crazy.
Would you consider having people work for you?
Yeah. Would you?
So if someone approached you and wanted to go shop for you and find the things,
said, hey, I'll do all the work, you post it, and then
it's training. They just wanted to work for the page. You're the company name at this point. They want to just jump on and make some commissions.
Maybe I would have them do the things like shipping and stuff that's not as like fun as going out and thrifting. I don't think I could have someone go out and shop for me because I'm extremely picky when I go out. Like I'll see people post things and I'm like, okay, I would definitely buy that, wouldn't buy that. It's just like completely depends on what the item is, the quality, the brand, So as far as that, I would have them do like the not as glamorous work, but yeah, that would definitely be a help because that part could be a pain for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Well, what advice would you give someone that's starting up a page or like starting to go thrifting and they are considering starting a page?
I think the biggest thing is just like sticking to it, even if it's like not growing as fast, because it's not going to. It's not going to blow up in like a day, a week, maybe not even like a month. So I would just stick to it, like keep trying to like make your own brand, do something that's different than what everyone else is doing. Everyone has the same kind of filters, like setup and everything. So I think just being different makes accounts stand out. And if I see an account with like only a few hundred followers, whatever, but it's like different, it's cool, they're trying really hard, I'll support that. It's nice to see something fresh compared to what else is being done.
Yeah, definitely. Are you like open to helping people if they reach out to you?
Yeah, for sure. I've had people ask like, how should I start? What are like the main things I should focus on? And I'm glad to help because I had people help me when I started. So yeah,
just kind of giving back. I like that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good for you. I mean, what's the Instagram? We'll obviously throw it in the description of the episode as well, but why don't you just say it real fast for anyone listening?
Yes, it's at Madison's _closet with 2 underscores. I had to make it different because the regular Madison's Closet was already taken.
Love that. Yeah, like I said, we'll make sure that gets thrown in.
Yeah. Cool. Go follow this page. So as our listeners know, we kind of play a game every time. So we're going to play a game called Shop Till We Drop. So basically we're going to ask you, we're going to give you 2 stores. You got to pick which one you'd rather shop at and just tell us why.
Okay.
All right, cool. Jarrett, you want to give the first one?
Yeah. So the first one, this one's, I feel like a tough one.
Okay.
Maybe not. It'd be tougher for me, but maybe not for you. We got Target or Walmart.
That's Target 100%.
I could have told you she was going to say Target before.
Yeah.
100%. I don't know what it is about Walmart. It just like immediately pisses me off when I go inside.
They're kind of dirty.
Too much. They are dirty. Yeah.
Listen,
I just feel like
they're dirty. I totally agree. But I want to just throw some things out there about Walmart because I think Walmart gets way too much shade. All right.
Okay.
Number one, Walmart is significantly cheaper than Target.
By far.
True.
So if you're looking to save some money like a thrifter does, looking for the best deals, there's Walmart. We're going Walmart. Second thing about Walmart, there's always characters in Walmart. All right. You're getting a free show if you go to Walmart.
You can people watch all day long.
You literally.
True.
And the third and final thing that I'm going to throw out there for a Walmart, if you walk in hungry, there's always a Subway.
And it always smells so good too.
It does.
It's true. It's true. Why are girls so attracted to Targets? I feel like every girl I've ever met.
What'd you say?
Oh, Starbucks. That's what gets all the girls.
I mean, that never hurts. I honestly think, and I just kind of thought of this now, how we're saying Walmart's like dirty. There's interesting sights. I always feel like a fight's gonna break out in Walmart. Whereas Target, I think, is more like put together, it's clean, it's you're not worried when you go inside.
All right, let me ask you this. Would you ever buy clothes at Walmart?
Yeah.
Would you
I've
ever
gotten like simple like t-shirts and things that I've flipped and stuff like that. So yeah.
Would you ever shop at Target? Like clothing wise?
I have for sure.
All the time?
All the time. If I go there, yep.
So you're going to Target before you go to Walmart?
Yep. Every time.
Got it. I can respect
Give me Walmart.
Worth it.
It's a bold take. I think I'm going Target too.
Yeah.
Give me Walmart. And there's more at Walmart. I'm going to throw in a fourth.
There's always more. And honestly, I
mean,
at Target, I feel like they're always out of food. But like, who shops at Target for food? Not me.
I've gone the past few times, and it's just so much more expensive, and everything's sold out. So it's
always. It's like, how do you not stock this? Like, who's shopping here for food?
It's not the place for grocery shopping. That's for sure.
Definitely.
That's a lot of negatives about Target.
That's where Walmart.
I might have just flipped over to the Walmart side.
Really?
It's a side no one wants to be on, but once you're on it, you realize you're on the right side.
You're just there.
You're not going back.
No, never.
All right, Preston, give us number 2.
All right. Giant Eagle or Meijer?
Ooh, see, I have like the ties to Meijer from Mansfield.
Right.
Yes.
Forever I will love Meijer because of Mansfield.
Yeah, I had no bad experience with Meijer. It's cheap. They have literally everything from like food to like a raft for a pool.
Yeah.
Like
tennis rackets.
Tires, anything. But I feel like it's better than Walmart still.
Yeah.
Giant Eagle's nice, but I think it could be a little overpriced sometimes.
Definitely. I honestly, so you guys are obviously in Columbus. The Brunswick Meijer is going up quick. It's going up really quick. You guys are going to come home and it's going to be fucking done.
Yep.
And honestly, I don't think I'll ever go to Giant Eagle with the Meijer right there.
No, and it's so close. Like, might as well go to Meijer.
Right. It's going to be
a better experience. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Meijer also, I want to add, they're home of one of my favorite ice creams. So they have a brand called Purple Cow. It's like a cheapo, like the cheapest brand you're going to find in the aisle. But Purple Cow ice cream, there's mint moose tracks. Okay, is the flavor. Unreal.
Mint moose tracks.
That right there.
That sounds...
Give me Meijer. That's all I want.
Just for the ice cream. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going with Meijer also.
Yeah, I have to. It's too good.
All right. So the third and final one, this one's actually going to be a little tricky. Okay. This one, we're going to put you on your heels a little bit. We got TJ Maxx or Marshalls.
So the only reason I'm leaning more towards TJ Maxx is because at home, that's like the closest one to us to me at least, rather than Marshalls. So I don't really go to Marshalls a lot. I usually go to TJ and like find everything I need plus some. There's always stuff that you don't need that you see and you're like, okay, you're coming home with me. Let's go.
I'm going to go on a little rant for a second. TJ Maxx, hate it. Want to know why?
Really? Okay, why?
The last 6 months, I go in there. I can't find a single thing. The guys department, depleted. Nothing in there. And they don't have guys' shoes.
Okay.
That's a major downfall. Marshalls has guys' shoes. Sometimes New Balances, you can get a steal in there. So that's why I like Marshalls way better.
Okay, fair. I mean, when I go to TJ Maxx, it's not usually for clothes, so maybe that's why I feel like I like it better. I usually buy like home decor, like things I need for my
Oh,
apartment or stuff like that. Besides, like they have good athletic wear for sure, but other than that, I would say the clothes section kind of sucks at TJ Maxx
Interesting.
for like
Good to
casual
know.
everyday clothes.
I
It's more
see.
so like the decor and stuff like that that I like. Get some good deals.
Wow. I didn't see that coming. Really.
Yeah.
Caught me by
TJ
surprise.
Maxx has good candles too. They get candles. I'm not saying Marshalls
Yes.
doesn't, but like I'm used to TJ Maxx being close.
They have the best candle section. They have so many and they're so cheap compared to like Bath and Body. You get one for $25.
Yep.
Yeah,
Look
you
at it.
just
I got
mm-mm.
oh my bad, Preston. I got this from Aldi, right? $1.99. Fall flannel shirt, 3-wick candle. I light it every day and it's still very high. Awesome. Awesome candle. $1.99.
You guys are just pulling candles out of your ass. I don't have
Yeah,
them near me. What
yeah.
the fuck, guys?
Bath and Body, or no, White Barn pumpkin vanilla cream. Smells amazing. 25.50. I didn't pay that much for it. It was on sale, but still,
No,
that's
a
just
thrifter's not
outrageous.
paying full price. Are
Look
you
at
kidding me?
Absolutely not.
this is yours right here, Maddie. You got me into this. The mahogany teak with high intensity right there. Mansfield, you were the one that said you got to get this one. I was like, okay, let's get
Yeah.
it.
I mean, however many years later, still
All
got
right.
it.
Ready? Picture this. 10 years from now, Maddie transforms from thrifter to extreme couponer and never pays for a single grocery ever
They
again.
pay me for
Yes,
groceries.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's like the TV show where they're checking out and they're like, how do we owe you $288 here?
Yeah. And they're dramatically stressed out checking out. They're like, I don't know, my calculations are gonna be right. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw one where the guy literally like he had like I want to say he owed 87 cents and he was like, oh, I can't do it. Like we need to like recount this. Like he's like, there's no way. And I'm like, dude, just give him a
Like,
buck and
yeah,
move
yeah.
on.
Get
For
over
like
it.
2 cartfuls of things. That's just insane.
Yeah, they're like bringing 4 carts. It's like they walked out of a Costco
Yeah.
for a family of 50.
Mhm. Mhm.
All right,
And then just to put it all on shelves. Not
Yeah.
even-
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one guy was actually doing it for a good cause. He was giving stuff to like food pantries and stuff, which I thought was actually pretty cool.
Okay. That's
That is
cool.
cool.
Yeah. I
That
like
is cool.
But,
Still, he could pay the 87 cents, but
Yeah, I think he could donate.
It's not
the
breaking the
dollar,
bank.
no,
Exactly.
Definitely not.
All right, cool. So now we're gonna roll into over under.
All right.
Perfect.
All
We debate over underrated topics that were sent in.
Okay.
Preston, give us
Hear
the
it.
first one.
All right. Shopping, but in the store, not online shopping, in the store.
Be careful what you say here because I get you shop in stores, but your audience, your target market does not shop in
They
stores.
shop
They're shopping
online.
for you.
Right. You know, I kind of now that I do the online thing and I love shopping online, I kind of feel like in store is overrated a little bit. There's just so many more options online. You don't have to like wait in lines. It's so easy to just like click a button and it's on its way. So yeah, that's how I
So
feel.
I totally agree.
Mhm.
Shopping in stores, very overrated. It's too easy
Yep.
to shop online, really. It's kind of a
Right.
bad
If you
thing
know your
sometimes.
sizes,
Yeah.
mhm,
For sure.
it's too easy.
Shopping in store, though, I love the atmosphere, like going to Easton or going to Polaris. I think shopping in store does bring an atmosphere, but I'm a cheap ass. I will never buy anything in stores because I know it's going to be on sale with like a promo code or something, later on. So I'm going to say shopping in stores is way overrated, but I do like the atmosphere of it, the smell of Annie Ann's, all that good stuff.
That's so true. Like going on like a Saturday shopping spree, like going in person, there's just something about it.
Yeah,
For sure.
I would say it's the people you're with who makes the shopping spree fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
For sure.
you can go
Fair.
shopping, but if you're by yourself, like it's kind of like you're in and out real quick. Like,
Yep.
Yep.
That's so true.
all right, cool.
All right.
Excellent.
Number 2, we got outlet malls.
Once
I
again,
think
I think it's
Yeah.
the people you're with. And I think they're really underrated. It's always fun going to the outlet malls with your friends, right?
they are a ton of fun. Yeah. I think it depends which outlet mall though, because say for our local people, Lodi has kind of like not been so great the past few years. It's kind of like dead. But then you have like, I don't know if you consider like Easton, that's a blast, So
Yeah, it's a blast if you like looking at all the expensive things. Fuck, I couldn't afford a single thing at that place.
Exactly. Some window shopping.
Yeah. Yeah.
Outlet malls, I will say, I'm gonna say way overrated. And hear me out here. I love like I used to love going to the Nike store, finding a pair of sweet sneakers on that back shelf with the ripped up box. You know, we all know what I'm talking about, where you find your size and you're like, oh my God, this is them.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I go in and I can't find, like, there's nothing. I don't know
Never.
if COVID did that or what, but like, it's just like, so I build up and I get so excited because I'm like, all right, maybe I'm going to find this deal today. Like, I love following accounts on Instagram where they find sneaker deals and all that kind of stuff. Then I go in and I'm just so disappointed every time. So I'm going to say they're way overrated for that aspect. They get my hopes up and then they bring me down.
Yeah.
You know what I do think has an influence on that? I keep seeing like TikToks and stuff that people posting like, oh, this discount Nike store, whatever. And I think people are just like going and like selling it all out because everyone's hearing about it.
Yeah.
I really think that has to do with it.
Definitely. TikTok's huge for that stuff.
Oh my God. Yeah.
TikTok is great. But I will also say I was at the Nike store, the outlet. This was actually recent. So I think I kind of might have some recency bias on my answer here.
Mhm.
And the Nike store, I waited in a line. I kid you not, for an hour to get into this Nike store because of COVID, right?
Mhm.
And I walk in and there's probably 15 people in this whole store. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I think I was rubbed the wrong way. I walked in there. I waited an hour just to not buy anything because it's like the only store I wanted to go into. I think I just have a bad recency bias for my answer.
Fair enough.
That's understandable.
That would make me mad.
Oh, well. Yeah. All right. Should we go on to the next one?
Let's do it.
Do it.
Promo codes.
I feel like that has to be underrated,
Yeah.
right?
If it's
great.
overrated, then right. Why would you ever say that's overrated? I can tell
Because
Jarrett wants to say it's overrated.
No. I'm just saying because we're all trying to run a business here.
Right.
So I'm sure you love promo codes, but when you're on the other end of a promo code, so you guys are going to say underrated. Next time Madison's Closet or next time there's a Kicking It Back merch drop, I'm going to be like, since promo codes are underrated, where's my promo code?
Fair. Yeah.
Very fair.
I never thought about that way.
There's two sides of a promo
Fair.
code. I'm saying, obviously, as the consumer, you love them, but as the seller, I don't know if I love them.
Honestly, you might love them as the seller because it brings more people in.
You're right.
True.
Or it gets rid of product. There's plus and minuses.
Yes, for sure. I'm going
I see
underrated.
both sides.
Love promo codes. No
Yeah.
way around it.
Everybody gets excited with the promo code.
Yeah, they're underrated. I mean, I'm not going to argue. I just had to take a side there. I had to play devil's advocate.
Right. All right, Jarrett, what's the next one?
The fourth and final one today, Maddie, we have reusable shopping bags.
Definitely underrated. For sure. You
Underrated.
can use it for anything. I have totes and, like reusable bags from Plato's or whatever that I can use at the grocery store. I could use to carry my packages when I take them to the post office. There's so many use for them.
Okay.
And I love them. I've used them for school to carry like big things. Yeah.
Okay. So
10 out of
you're
10.
saying nice reusable bags. You're not talking like Aldi plastic bags that are reusable.
Oh no, not plastic bags.
Okay. All right.
Is that what we were talking about?
I don't know.
No,
I don't know what
it's
we were
whatever you
talking
make
about.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever you want to talk about. I don't
Just
care.
a reusable bag.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
Yeah.
What's your takes?
Go ahead, Jarrett.
Give me. Okay. So let me think of how to word this. Reusable bags are great. Environment, all the environment stuff. Sure. Okay. I'm not huge into that stuff, but I'm for it. I'm not going to be one to stop. My other issue is though, there's kind of a feeling of satisfaction if you walk out of a store. Okay. I just spent $180 on a pair of shoes and I have that brown Nike bag or I have that Lululemon bag walking out of that store.
But the Lululemon's reusable.
But do you ever walk into Lululemon and buy another pair? Is something, I don't buy anything most likely from Lululemon. I mean, I'm going to get some pants, but like you walking back into Lululemon with your Lululemon, but no,
because I want another reusable bag.
Exactly. So
yeah,
I see both sides. I'll say they're underrated. I'm sure someone's going to educate me about how environmentally safe they are and all that good, I know I'm in the wrong for it. I will use them, but like I don't go out of my way. I honestly don't even take bags. If I could carry it with my hands, I don't need a bag. I'm just gonna walk in and out.
Yeah,
If I
yeah.
go to the grocery store,
Right.
I'll just carry it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'll say
Right.
they're underrated.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. Underrated.
So many uses,
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right, cool. So our final segment today, we have a hypothetical. Cam always gives us a hypothetical every week. Kind of talk
Okay.
about it a little bit. Go ahead.
Okay.
Give us your hardest take, whatever you got for us.
All right.
All right, ready for it?
Yep.
Would you rather only drink hot coffee all summer, or would you rather drink only iced coffee all winter?
My answer is going to be iced coffee.
Yeah, iced coffee,
feel-
100%.
Yeah. I just, even through the winter, I will still get iced coffee depending on, if it's, I guess, okay, in the fall, definitely pumpkin spice hot for sure. But other than that, I just have to go with iced coffee. It's I don't know, something about it just tastes better to me. I don't know what it is.
So all winter, you'll still get iced coffee?
Yeah.
Wow.
Minus like a few maybe here and there. But yeah,
Wow.
I don't
Wow.
know. Are you guys the opposite?
Well, I'm not a big coffee drinker, honestly, but I was hoping that
Okay.
you were going to have a hot take, and that was just like, that was
No,
a
she had a
normal.
cold take.
Yeah, she did have a cold
Yeah.
take. I guess I'd rather, I don't know, drink iced coffee because I don't even like hot coffee.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Okay.
feel like a lot of people like iced more now.
Yeah.
I'm a hot coffee. I mean, I like
Here goes Jared. I drink
No,
hot
no,
black
there's not-
coffee. It's for the health.
No,
benefits.
Gotta be
no,
different.
that I literally after the gym the other day. Okay, like I said, I'm a caffeine fiend now. I used to be way against caffeine. Now I need it. All right, I'm bad. Literally took a pre-workout, went and worked out. On my way home, it was like 80 degrees out. It was like 11 a.m. I'm like walked by UDF. I'm like, I'm gonna go get a black coffee. I got a tall black coffee. I'm drinking this thing on an 85-degree day. It's hot. I liked it. I still enjoyed it. I like
That
the
is
rush
so
of a.
gross, dude.
I like.
especially just straight black coffee.
Yeah, that is so gross.
Hey, listen. I like the hot though when you swallow. It's like soup. Okay, like good soup. TikTok. But like when you when you drink something hot, I like feeling it down my chest. Like it feels like it's clearing me out a little bit. Like I feel like I'm like rejuvenating.
Okay, that's fair. But when it's 80 degrees,
Maddie,
it
that's
doesn't
not
feel
fair.
as good.
Maddie, that's not fair. Don't tell him that's fair. Tell him
Not
that's a
when
bad
it's
take.
Maybe when it's like a crisp, like 60 something degrees, not when it's 80 degrees.
Listen, I had it walking outside. I came into my room where the AC is on and I was doing work and I drank it here, but it was in the summer. I drank the hot coffee. I enjoyed it. I think if you had to pick, if I would rather, all right. So here's I want a good example. Okay. You're at a day baseball game where it's 90 degrees. Okay. Would you rather be sipping on a hot coffee or would you rather it be the freezing cold Browns game where it's 2 degrees out, those like where you're really cold and you're drinking a nice coffee? What if you had to be forced to do one or the other? Which one you picking? You sweating really bad or are you really cold? Because you have to hold that cold
Ooh.
coffee too. That's cold
Right.
on the hands.
Really, really cold with the
Yeah.
iced coffee.
I think probably 2, but that's tough. That's a lot tougher if you word it like that.
It is.
It's like the holding it is like, ooh, do I want to be holding something cold while I'm also cold?
See, but like
But I also
Jared
don't
just
wanna
made
drink
that
something
up.
hot.
You don't have to be holding it the whole time. You're gonna put it on the
Oh.
ground under your feet.
Oh, so you're just so you're never gonna hold this coffee?
Well, you're gonna sip it like. Then you're
You
gonna
know when
put
your
it on-
hands are so
too?
cold
Yeah.
and you can't even like close them fast, like everything's in slow
Oh,
motion.
You can't even like text. You're like,
Yeah.
oh.
So you finally open up that hand, you get it open, you got to go pick up an iced coffee to take a sip. Come on.
If you have gloves, that
Yeah.
would make me more inclined to say cold. For
I agree.
Sure.
What? I can't even ask. I was gonna say, what's better if you're really cold and you drink a hot coffee, or if you're really hot and you drink a cold coffee? But you guys said you're cold people, so it doesn't matter.
I don't know. Sometimes in the winter, a hot coffee is nice. It depends on the mood, I think. I don't know. It depends on the day for sure. But most times I would say iced coffee.
That's funny.
I don't know. I
All
go
right.
both ways.
Well,
Yeah,
great coffee talk. That's what we do
that
here.
was,
Oh,
that was great.
Getting
Great.
deep.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, Maddie, it was really cool to hear about your story. Honestly, like
Yeah.
it was really cool to hear all the ins and outs of it. We love hearing different people's stories, and your story of how you actually became an entrepreneur, honestly, by just kind of like not meaning to, is really cool.
Right. Thank you. Yeah, it was really cool to talk about it. I've never had anyone interview me about it. So that was really cool.
Yeah,
This is a podcast of first. I'll tell you that much.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So everyone go check out Madison's Closet. We'll make sure the Twitter or the Instagram account's in the description. Maddie, appreciate you kicking it back with us.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks, Maddie.
We were recently struck with the question of what does financial independence mean to us? So that led us to question if it meant being able to retire when we are ready. Does it mean not relying on our paychecks? Or does it simply mean when we go out to dinner, we don't care what it costs?
Luckily, through this podcast, we found a possible way to achieve our own financial independence. If you want to come up with a plan to create financial independence, retire, send your kids to college, or create generational wealth, you should give Howard Gross at Gross Investments a call today.
Gross Investments works with clients to help them create financial independence for themselves no matter what stage of the game they are in. Gross Investments is not your status quo advisory firm, and they do things differently with the strategies that they are able to implement for their clients.
They do not push their own philosophies of investing. Rather, they arm you with the knowledge and resources that they need in order to make your own decisions to feel confident as it pertains to your own finances. Call an advisor at Gross Investments today at 216-644-6957. Gross Investments, growing together.
Gross Investments is a registered investment advisor. Information presented is for educational purposes only and does not intend to make an offer or solicitation for the sale or purchase of any specific securities, investments, or investment strategies. Investments involve risk and, unless otherwise stated, are not guaranteed. Be sure to first consult with a qualified financial advisor and/or tax professional before implementing any strategies discussed hereon. Past performance is not expressive of future performance.
Thanks, Maddie, for coming on. We really appreciate it. Once again, it was really cool to hear your story. It's actually insane how much I didn't know about your thrifting and how successful you are at it. That's really admirable.
I mean, if you hustle at anything, like we always say, I mean, we said that early on in, this whole show, if you hustle and you put your, I'm not going to say just put your mind, but if you actually have a plan and execute, keep going into the steps to execute that plan, you could be successful doing just about everything. So who would have thought, you could take some clothes that you're just not interested anymore. And next thing you know, you got a whole business. It's just cool.
Yep. Super cool that she's been sticking with it too. She hasn't given up on it and she grinds.
For sure. I mean, it's all hustle. I mean, nothing but respect.
One of my favorite parts, sorry to cut you off, but one of my favorite parts was when she's like, yeah, the hardest part is picking if I'm going to sell it or if I'm going to keep it. How awesome is that her business is literally to the point where she can keep it and enjoy it. And then she can even sell it after that.
For sure. Yeah. That's what I am so jealous of, the fact that she can just wear something and then resell it. It's just so I'm so jealous. I wish I could do that with sneakers.
I know. I feel like that's a unique business because not many things do you get use out of,
Mm-hmm, for sure. But like she said, if she's already buying some new used clothes, it's it's not like her wearing it another times. But I don't know. It's pretty cool. I enjoy it.
Yeah, totally.
Or to find me some cool stuff.
I know. What the heck? Maybe she should get into some guy stuff. I guess she couldn't model it, but
yeah, I mean, that's why we have our stellar looks.
Yeah,
kicking it back hoodies.
Yeah,
kicking it back hoodies. Imagine you're thrifting in 20 years and you see one of these on the shelf.
Come on, dude. No one's getting rid of those. They're keeping them.
Yeah, I mean, unless the new models come out and they're like, all right, this one made me happy for a little bit. I'm gonna get my new kicking it back merch. And
yeah,
we did have some exciting news. We won't spoil too much, but kind of some exciting news, right? We made a little purchase.
Oh yeah. Yep. Got it. All right.
Like I said, we won't spoil too much, but
I was what are you talking about, dude?
No. So much eventful stuff you're into now that you didn't know what we
Yeah, dude, I got so much going on here in Brunswick, Ohio. It all just blurs together.
Classic.
Yeah, well, I'd say that that was a pretty good episode altogether.
For sure.
Beginning, middle, and ending. But I really don't have anything else for this one. Do you?
I do. I got a song of the week.
Oh,
good song. Good song. It's an old song. I want to say it's 1989. If anyone, just chill. You know the song. Everyone knows the song. We all need just a good smile This week's song of the week, we got Just a Friend by Biz Markie. It's a good song. You say he's just, everyone sings along. You're going to end on a smile this episode. Play it this week. You're going to be happy.
Yeah, that is a good one. That's a good one.
Come on. It's like such a united, I feel like everyone sings that song. Like you can play that song in any setting and everyone's all together, smiling, singing.
Yeah, definitely.
I need to test it. I need to play it at a bar one weekend and see. Parents weekend.
Yeah. That'd be a good one.
And then everyone would love it. Everyone's going to be all for it.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Cool. All right. Now I'm out of stuff to say.
Yeah. About done talking this week.
Hey, that's what next week's for. We're going to do a draft next week. We haven't figured out who, what, where, when, why, how, all that stuff yet. But,
in person.
Stay tuned for a draft. Yeah. Hopefully. We'll see. See how we're feeling.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Preston, by the way, did you know the character on the Captain Crunch cereal box isn't a captain? He's a commander. P-Dog, take us out.
Thanks for kicking it back with Preston and Jarrett. Peace out.